Let's do something amazing for season 6. Season 6 is going to be the best season ever, and we've got to do something off the chain.
Okay, I'll go to my bag of tricks, see what I can find. Funny.
No.
Okay, whatever. And then just
think about, like, there's categories to what we got to do. So there's like the main thing that we got to do, and then we got to come in and do something else, and then something else, and then there's going to be so much else that we're going to do throughout the entire show, because there's going to be a topic, and then a topic, and then a topic, and then like 3 topics, and then it gets bigger. Yes, like 6 topics. Yes, insane.
You have champagne and beer? You wild man.
Where are you going? Why is he leaving? Okay. It's just me.
I think it's done now. So, I mean, all we got to do now is start the show. And just like the man said, it's time to start the show. Season 6.
Hey, it's Omel D.
Omel D in the house, more or less in the house. I hope y'all like the new season 6 intro. Just a little something I threw together, with the help of the man to my that way.
I'm on your left.
Yeah. It's always opposite. I forget about that. I hadn't practiced in a while. It's been a long week. We are back. Look, we're also down here with these nice avatars. I like that.
Who's this guy?
He's Omel D in the corner.
Omel D
in the hoodie. So we are back. It's season 6. I hope you've enjoyed all 5 seasons of the show. 7,000 episodes down. Lifetime to go. And I think we're going back to our original format some this season, right?
We've definitely got some improvements. There's definitely some new design, right or wrong, I don't know. But back to the new format in the sense that it is a true Omel D Learns. Like, we've always tried to put some education, some fun, all that into it. Like, that's just who we are, right? But some of our more popular shows, some of the ones that were a whole lot of fun, were when we were talking about a specific topic and we went through it and we started from start to end and go through and we learn about something directly. I really liked the in quotes. I had a whole lot of fun with the common threads, and maybe they'll come back at some point. But I think if we're going to just go educational, we go educational because it's what I love to do. And I honestly love how you react to things and you respond to things, and as you're going through learning or like, you being involved in that is one of my favorite things to see. So I'm so excited to get your reaction to some of the things that I've been reading about and be like, all right, Omi, how is this?
Well, look, I am excited. I'm looking forward to it. Is that a whole bottle of whiskey? Are you about to down a bottle of whiskey?
I don't think it's a whole bottle.
Okay, well, it's a little bit. Yeah, I don't have any that. I got some Topo Chico.
That'll work.
If you want to sponsor us, Topo Chico, I am available. Hit me up, and I'll take some Topo Chico.
Single. Hey, Topo Chico.
Hey, what's up, ladies? But look, we are back, season 6, episode 1. Time to learn something with more or less an Omel D, and looks like we've got fake news.
News.
That is fitting as we roll into what is about to be maybe one of the most entertaining election seasons in the history of America.
I like that you called it entertaining, because there's going to be a lot of people that take it very seriously. And let's be serious. We take it very seriously as well. But the bullshit that happens, oh my God. Like, I watch Kanye. I love Kanye. Absolutely love Kanye. But he's an artist. Stay in your lane. Stay crazy. That's good stuff, man. Go for it. If you're putting on a show, good job. If you're not putting on a show, I wish you the best, but keep it up for my entertainment. I don't want that level of entertainment with my politicians. And that's where, surprise, much of the fake news is coming from.
Look, I've already prepared. I've started grabbing popcorn, and there was a town hall meeting not too long ago with a candidate, and it went down just the way I thought it would. It's quite entertaining. Lots of mudslinging going on both sides of the aisle for him. So I hope everybody's ready. But does that have anything? Does politics, and I know you, so I have to make sure that this title is not sending me for an old left turn. Is this about things that we've heard in politics or fake news, or should I ask that question once we get into the next slide?
You know me. You know I'm going to take a topic and throw it right around in a way that you're going to go, I hate that you did this to me. I'm going to make you question everything. So let's start off with this question. What is fake news?
Fake news, anything that Donald Trump does not agree with.
I don't like it. Fake news. Fake news. Yeah, it's definitely a way out when you feel cornered. Sure. What is the definition of fake news? What is fake news by definition?
I would say by definition, fake news would be, I would say, some type of media that is generated to get someone to elicit an emotion or some type of reaction that has nothing to do with anything, or is very loosely based on truth, but more of a lie than truth.
Okay. Is it good or bad?
It's definitely bad. It's definitely bad because it's fake, and you can teach people things that aren't true, and then they run off and say things like the election was stolen.
Sure. Sure. So let's look at what fake news is. The fake news, the simple short definition, be false or misleading information presented as legitimate news, right? Can we agree on that?
I like
false
that.
or misleading.
I like how you have my favorite fake news person here in the top corner. But you
Pizza?
know, yes.
Oh, the other corner.
Yeah, that guy.
W.
You know, but still, I still like W now that we've had Trump and Greg Abbott. So, you know, don't be too hard on W.
So let's not be too hard, but let's call out what the facts are or the fakes are. What was the big push of fake news during W's time?
Weapons of mass destruction.
Weapons of mass destruction. Yes, absolutely. So we were going for weapons of mass destruction. It was a lead up to the Iraq War of 2003. Several news outlets reported that Iraq possessed weapons of mass destruction, and it became a thing. However, subsequent investigations found that these claims were
fake news.
Fake news, absolutely. The one right after that, you got the ship there. That represents the Gulf of Tonkin incident. And this is, do you know it?
Gulf of Tonkin, that black guy from South Park.
Yeah, that's Tolkien.
No, you gotta go.
Tolkien.
J.R. Tolkien. They wrote The Hobbit, right? Didn't they write The Hobbit?
Yes.
I always get that and Harry Potter confused.
It's makes a lot of sense. Yeah, them and Game of Thrones, something like that. Yeah. So this is 1964, and there are reports of an unprovoked attack on American ships in the Gulf of Tonkin. You got me. And can you imagine what they use these reports of unprovoked attacks on U.S. ships to do?
Fuel patriotism, to generate people to get motivated to convince their politicians that we need to go to war for something.
This led to the escalation for the Vietnam War.
Damn you, Token. I mean, go. So apparently there was nothing happening over there, and a lot of people contracted Agent Orange, and Forrest Gump went over there for no reason.
Yep. And somebody was like, he hit me. He hit my ship. He hit my ship.
Oh.
Okay, let's go. Get the helicopters ready. Let's go.
Let's go to war. Bye, Bubba. Damn it.
Right after that, you've got Rolling Stone's University of Virginia campus rape stories. In 2014, Rolling Stones published an article about gang rape at the University of Virginia. Guess how that went?
Real bad. I'm pretty sure some people got kicked off campus and probably got some lawsuits against the University of Virginia.
Quite a bit. And guess what was discovered later on?
There were no gang rapes on campus.
Yeah. Not to say that all reports are false. Like anything like this can create kind of that boy who cried wolf thing. Like fake news is bad in that sense that we keep getting this fake news. And when the real stuff happens, when it is awful, people are like, I don't know, I'm hesitant. So yeah, things like this are awful because they bring awareness around at the wrong time. But all these investigations were revealed to be extremely inconsistent and entirely retracted. And then you got one more. You got Pizzagate conspiracy theory. This one's more recent. Do you remember what happened here?
No.
All right. So 2016, right around that other major election that we remember, false rumors, fake news spread online claiming that a Washington, D.C. pizzeria was involved with child sex trafficking, and it involved prominent political figures. So people started getting named as, oh, they're part of the child sex trafficking at the pizzeria. And not only was that not true, there wasn't child sex trafficking at the pizzeria. It escalated so far that people showed up at the pizzeria armed, like not police armed. People with guns went to go fix this problem that did not exist.
So the owner of the pizzeria just got shit on.
Like, I'm just standing here. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. I don't remember Pizzagate like that. I mean, I remember hearing the term, but that is terrible that they would use that and then just really legitimate sink someone's business based on like a bunch of bullshit.
So you ready for the twist?
I am ready for the twist.
All right. Tell me what you know about this. Do you know
Survival of the fittest. Is that Charles Darwin?
Mr. Darwin. We did an episode on him about his near failure based on the correlation and timeliness of the discovery of dinosaurs and what he was talking about, and how his entire theory was almost out the window based on bad timing. So that's a good episode. Go check that out. What's survival of the fittest? Are you familiar with this? Because obviously, if you pay attention to this graph right here, we're at the end of it.
Yeah. Oh, so survival of the fittest means that if you are not fit to survive, then you're going to die. Meaning, look at you, you're weak and can't swim, and you need to swim to get away from these animals to survive. You're going to die, and your genes will not carry on, and there will be no more people who swim with, weak swim genes because they all got ate up by the swim monster.
Those swim shirts got to go, guys.
Gotta go.
It's going to hold you back.
It's going to hold you back. You're going down with that monster. So, swim shirts will not survive. There will be no swim shirts in the future because their genes are weak.
Yep. So you mentioned weakness. Okay. Yes. So weakness comes in a lot of different forms, not just based on muscle strength or the strongest. It's survival of the fittest. Who adapts to make survival their own? Who can overcome? Who is able to push themselves into the front of the species, whether it's their own or other species, so that they pass their genes on? And that's what this is about, is recognizing what that looks like. So the first thing I want to talk about is a very weak creature, the peacock.
Oh God, I'm thinking about how many guys right now are really like the fittest because they have like 15 kids because they've made their genes everywhere. But anyway, let's talk about the peacock.
So that's winning. Winning.
I am so not winning the survival of the fittest contest right now.
Yep. So let's talk about the peacock.
Yes.
What is it? Majestic. What is it that helps the male peacock find a mate?
It's plumage that is very colorful, and it's boogie down moves with its plumage when it's mating season.
Big, ornate, cumbersome, heavy plumage.
Yep.
Guess what this does to the peacock?
It makes him weak.
Yes.
Because he
And
can't do anything but hold that shit up.
that's it. He becomes more and more reliant on this for procreation because it's not about strength. It's not about hiding. It's not about camouflage. It's not about protection or defense. Purely based on how pretty my flowers are is how they're procreating that species. So guess what's going to happen to the species over time, besides the fact that people put them in zoos and love them?
They're going to die.
They're going to die.
They're going to die because they're not going to be able to survive because eventually all of the peacocks will be eaten by the peacock predators because you can't hide and you can't fly and you can't run that fast.
All right. So what's happening to social media right now? Like people show up, they put awesome graphics out there that are like, "Look at us, we're awesome." They post things that are quick weight loss or diet scams or workout programs that they're showing all this, but it's not what they're doing, and they're probably making themselves weaker to show themselves to be stronger. So just like the peacock, we've got a lot of people out there that are promoting all kinds of products or things that make you look good on the surface, but it's not doing too well when you really look at what's happening. But people fall for it because, oh, look, pretty flowers, pretty feathers.
You know, I was thinking that it was like a lot of people are at the gym doing a lot of, and I'm not against physical health. It's important to keep yourself in shape and stuff like that. But they're doing a lot of these things, and I'm like, what are you getting tough for? Like, what are you learning to throw axes at targets for? Like, you know, well, so you're tough on the outside, but you're still emotionally weak on the inside. And
also that,
yeah. And so that could be the thing that keeps you from procreating, even though you're you have plumage. You're so emotionally weak that someone who doesn't have the fancy plumage says enough to you that you go hide and you never get to procreate your genes out there.
You might get ahead, but your grandkids, man, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad.
They screwed.
Let's talk about some others. Let's talk about some others. Are you familiar with the mimic octopus?
This octopus can mimic lots of different colors to keep himself safe and to attract a mate. I assume it would be.
Yeah. Color, shape, behavior can resemble other animals. Can mimic a toxic or dangerous or safe creature to help it get itself moving through the gene pool, so it can stay alive, it can procreate, and keep going.
So he's like the guy that doesn't really have money but proclaims to have money, and then once he gets the woman, then she realizes that he still lives with his mom with his 3 kids, and he doesn't really have a job. He just got the money from his baby mama, who he now owes money to along with his child support.
I like yours. Yours is far less controversial than what I was thinking, because I was like, all right, so this is the same as what does it say on the side of those police cars? Oh, to protect and to serve.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, got me.
That's the truth. That's what he's trying to do. That's sneaky. I think, look, there's a lot of mimic octopuses on dating apps right now. Let's say, are you a mimic octopus? It's like, because I don't think this is who you really are. Shake it down.
Because it's about this lie, this fake news that you put out there that helps them survive and move forward. And it is absolutely one of the reasons why this type of octopus, this brand of octopus, this style, this lifestyle that it lives is still here with us today, and not whatever octopus was not able to do this.
And you know, the guys that I was talking about that are being mimic octopuses, those are the guys that have random children by multiple women across the nation. They're
getting
winning
everywhere.
This game. They're mimicking themselves to success.
Fake news is getting people ahead of the game.
Once again,
are you familiar with the cuckoo bird?
The cuckoo bird, the cuckoo, it lives in a clock, and it comes out.
Lives in a clock.
And it comes out, depends on its settings, maybe every 15 minutes, but definitely every hour on the hour. It's a very small bird, I believe.
It can chirp up to 12 times in a row.
And before it goes back in its nest or
Mhm.
house. And I believe the eggs are super small and they're very hard to find.
The
So that's
eggs,
yeah.
the eggs are like the mimic octopus. They go lay their eggs in other nests and they can
That's
camouflage their eggs so that the other birds are taking care of those eggs. Other birds
right.
raise the cuckoo's babies.
You know, there's a lot of these these survival of the fittest tactics that I could like on Maury Povich when
Sure.
you are not the father. It's like, oh, she cuckoo birded him for 10 years,
Hmm.
just made you raise somebody else's kids because they shielded it as its own. That's
Fa-
crazy.
Fake news is alive and well and thriving in nature.
It does not pay to work hard and do the right thing, apparently.
There you go. That's the goal. Yep. Deception. That's how we get ahead. That's
There
it.
you go. Nothing better than being a Decepticon.
Yep. That's what the cuckoo birds do. They literally go drop their kids off and let somebody else go, and then 18 years later they're like, "Can I have my kids back?" What? No, I raised these kids. Like, yeah, you child support that whole thing, but they weren't yours the whole time.
There you go. Yep, they're mine. Look at they look just like me. Thanks, dude.
Mm,
Yay,
mm.
loser. Orchids.
Fake news, orchids. Fake news.
Oh, thank God for orchids. They've saved my life before.
Yeah, how?
I accidentally forgot to water someone's orchid and they lost trust in me and they no longer want to be in a relationship with me.
Because of the orchid? Did you describe that orchids are fake news?
No, but I'm glad I
Okay,
didn't because I'm so happy I'm not in that relationship anymore.
gotcha. Do you know what brand of deception orchids use?
Um, I'm gonna say Johnson and Johnson.
Oh, yeah, but yeah, that's the brand. Yeah, thank you so
uh,
much. No, um,
I'm say smell, some kind of smell or nectar to get
I,
bugs to be like, hey, come breed with me.
absolutely. Yeah, it's a floral mimicry. Yeah, orchids have evolved various forms of floral mimicry to deceive pollinators. They can resemble female insects in shape, scent, color, all to attract male insects. And by using that deceptive strategy, orchids ensure that the pollinators visit them not just for their nectar, but trying to get lucky with this bug shaped flower.
So you're telling me orchids are
Mhm.
like women on the dating app who have fake everything, like hair, eyes, nails. They don't tell you about two of their kids. All their pictures are by things that are not theirs. Their house and their apartment don't look anything like that. And then when they get you wrapped in, you get all over there with your mail pieces, bits and pieces, and then you walk in, the apartment is filthy, it's disgusting, but you're already there anyway. So hell, might as well do it. And then they get to procreate their genes all over the place.
That's
Did I get
Yep.
it? I got it.
Yep, you're gonna call her an orchid, and she's gonna think it's the biggest compliment. So you went there. You went there. I was thinking George Santos, New York congressman. Like, how many lies you're gonna put out there that were like, oh yeah, we need to vote for him. He's awesome. He's great. Oh
Okay.
wait,
Okay.
literally everything you did was a lie.
Okay. I can see how yours works too.
Yours was pretty good. You were there. You're going for it. So fake news orchids, like these things are deceptive
Mm-hmm.
and they are fooling the massive. Because think about how many insects there are out in the world. So
Yep.
fooling more people than politicians in the U.S.
Man, girl, you are such a beautiful orchid.
Mm, mm.
Mm.
Leaf-tailed geckos.
Now that is freaky deaky. That is a camouflage of like there's a frog that does something like that as well. That's freaky. What? Okay.
Insane.
Okay. That is wild.
Hmm. Madagascar have evolved remarkable camouflage adaptations. Their bodies resemble dead leaves, obviously, and they even have the intricate patterns and colors to match the vegetation around them. They blend in perfectly.
Yeah, it's like, look at the leaf right here, and then look at this gecko who has like even the same type of vein structure that the leaf has, and like it's quite amazing. Quite
Fake
amazing.
news, alive and well in Madagascar.
Out down there with that zebra and those lemurs
And the penguins.
and
Don't
the
forget about
hippo.
the penguins.
Yep. King Julian. That's what they're down there with.
Let's move it.
Fake news. They like to move it. Oh God, that's the worst. This is the best I've ever done with a spider on screen because I don't want to look like a scaredy cat in front of millions of people.
Doing good. Are you familiar with what the jumping spider does? What level of deception the jumping spider has?
It jumps really high and scares the shit out of me. And
it probably would scare the shit out of you.
Please tell me they're not found in Texas.
Definitely found in Texas. Do you see that web over there?
Yeah, it looks like a parachute. I'd like to shoot that thing.
What it looks like is a spider in the web. So birds or insects or something else might actually try to go grab that, but it's not. They build it. That is a fake spider that they put in the middle of their nest. Their deception is to put what looks like themselves out there as bait to get people to go after it and then go for it when somebody falls for the deception.
So that's like the person on the dating app that puts the high school picture up there or one from college, and you're like, dang, girl, how you still got a French roll and a freeze on the front? Like, okay, I didn't know they brought that back. Like, okay, they doing the big hair again, huh? Okay, right on. You look like something from...
Nice leather jacket. You would think that'd be faded by now.
It's amazing. Is that a college campus behind you? Did you go back? GCU? Oh, no, that's UNT. No, okay, all right.
And then here I am.
Yeah. How you doing? I'm 43 and I've had 16 kids and I'm 400 pounds heavier than you thought I was. I have no hair and my eyes really aren't blue, but I'm still a nice person.
I'm sure you are.
Yeah.
Speaking of nice people,
I like this fish. This fish is a tricky SOB. He's like, hey, look at me. I'm like just chilling him down here, but up here, it's this little bait fish that you want. And he's like, yay, it's bait fish. And he's like, rah.
At the end of the lure on their heads is bioluminescent. Mm-hmm. So deep in the deeps, down in the deeps, deeps in the deeps. I've got a case of the deeps. Down in the deeps, that bioluminescent is glowing, so it looks like there's a little piece of plankton or fish or something out there. And of course, you get right there. Guess what's going to happen?
He's going to jump up with them ginormous teethus and eat yo.
It reminds me of all the get rich quick schemes. This is good. Hold on, give me a second.
A little thwip there.
Yep, all the get rich quick schemes of I've got millions of dollars. You want millions of dollars? Here's a lot of money. Come get all this money. How do you get it? Pay me.
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the guys on the dating app that don't really have shit to drive those big fancy trucks and say they own their own business because they're like, a contractor or something. And then they get the chick and then they realize that the guy has like multiple felonies and can't even get a job at McDonald's or an apartment on his own. So, as Dave Chappelle said, gotcha, bitch.
It's donate to my campaign. I'm a billionaire.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm a billionaire. I need your help to stop them from taking me to court. Okay. Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
So fake news is everywhere in nature. Survival of the fittest, natural selection has a lot to do with deception. There's a lot of fake news out there that is helping species get ahead. So is this an advantage?
No, because the Decepticons were never able to take over planet Earth. And their whole thing was deception. And so I don't think it's an advantage at all if you're trying to take over the Earth and, store up Energon cubes and get back to Cybertron. But, I mean, if you're cool here on Earth, I think it definitely can be an advantage.
I love that. I somehow don't have that in any of my notes. I missed that entirely. And I apologize for not having as buttoned up of a presentation as I thought that I would, because clearly, that's a solid answer.
Look,
Fake news helps manipulate public opinion. It helps to discredit opponents. It helps people get the big generation of financial gains. It helps divide society, and it absolutely helps to distort reality so that people don't know what they're looking at. But it's a very, very natural occurrence.
it is. I mean, I think these people naturally on the internet, on these dating apps, naturally think that this is what they're supposed to do, and they naturally continue to do it. And even though I don't necessarily think that they're sane, yeah, that's what happens. So yeah, I can see how that could be a natural thing. I don't like it, but
It's crazy. No, don't like it. And I'm sure over time somebody saw that very first octopus who changed colors, like, whoa, Billy's acting like a rock. What is that? Why is he doing that shit? Well, Billy's getting ahead. All the ladies love rocks.
all the ladies love rocks and not Decepticons. That's what it boils down to. I learned a lot today.
That's the goal, right?
Right? It was.
Oh, where'd you go? Come back.
Lose me?
Baby. Yep, where'd you go?
Baby, come back. Hello?
Hello.
There? You got me?
There. You bet. I got you.
There it is. I don't know why the internet.
You acted like you had frozen and you tricked me.
Deception. Now I just had 6 babies with some other woman while I was
That's the way that works.
While I was decepting. That's exactly how that works. Look, that was super cool. Like I said, like now I can relate something to the dating app. This is a good show that we should get to all the single people so they know who they're dealing with on the dating apps. Because I think I related each one of those deceptive aminals to someone on a dating app.
You did. Speaking of deception, we're going to talk about cornflakes on the next episode.
I hate that cereal. If you don't pay attention, it's not Frosted Flakes. You could put it in the bowl and go, cornflakes.
There's a lot to learn about cornflakes. Did you know that we'll discover that next episode?
Man, did you know, along with that fancy new intro that we did, I did a fancy new outro too.
Shut up.
No, want to see it?
Sure.